Let's get to the meat. Okay, it has been. How long has it been? I don't know. A week? 2? No, for sure not 2. Has been 1 week. 2 weeks? No, 1 week since I uploaded my. God damn it! What did I do? All right, since 1 week, I paused the live stream. Now we're back on and continuing our fitness app. So let me just pull up the live stream that's running right now and with the chat. Perfect. AJ, good morning, Martin. Hey, AJ. That was quick. Quicker than I could prepare. Finally, you're back. Thanks, yes. Yeah, back to normal, back to streaming every day because we want to finish the fitness app and I want to start another project after that. So that's why we should continue doing this. Now let's pull up the design. How's it been so far, the week without live streaming? How are you? Let me see where we were at. I think the create screen type. Oh yeah, if it's oh yeah, the pause stuff. Back button. All right, validate input with data before persisting. No, 0. All right, and pause cell. Let's run it and have a look. Let's just run it on an iPhone X. In hindsight or in retrospect, this design here looks great, but here on the phone or especially on my iPhone, it doesn't look as good because the colors are off for some reason. I think at least that's why I'm backing up a little bit of liking the design we went for. However, I think for the sake of finishing this project and also getting it out there and feedback in, we should stick to it. Else we're just gonna run in circles. So what if that's my Monday workout? Saving it, and we have push-ups for 45 seconds. It's an exercise. Okay, we remember that we can edit stuff. We can make it a pause. It's saved and pre-populated again with data. And even if we save it now, it's all working and we can also delete it. Now, Rage Master, yo, welcome back into the stream. Yes, hey, welcome back to the stream. Let me just also switch for you guys the font color to stream, so it's larger as well. How are you though? You were coding a lot. I follow your Insta stories. Are they client projects? Yes, I'm coding a lot on a client project, and aside from that, I have lots of other things that I had on my plate to work and figure out. There's just so much, but nonetheless I want to keep the stream at least alive, because that is something that I need to push forward too, because it's yet another thing I want to build up, right? Because I want to build a following on YouTube too, and I want to build my portfolio, and doing that during the live stream 1 hour a day really makes or holds me account or keeps me accountable, following up with these goals. I can only recommend it. Just like an hour a day coding on a side project. As you can see, based on 14 videos or something, how far we've come from design to this point. So there's really a few things left so we can release. Well, it doesn't seem like we've done a lot, but these checkpoints are quite large. Now, create. This is type. Yeah, so when we tap pause, we want to actually disable and empty out the name. That's basically it. That's it. So what we can do is we can even say pause, because it should say pause. It doesn't have to necessarily, but it can, and it can be grayed out. Now create, where are we at? Create exercise VC. This project already looks so large. What is happening? Why is this so... Look how many files we have. I mean, part of it is because we are using the request response architecture, but still, because we have lots of request response here, still, quite some files. Now, when we go here and say exercise pause action, what's that? What's that? Segmented control, exactly. Now, when we are create access request kind control item. So if we are creating, we are... Oh yeah, we are assigning it either to create request or update request. That's the difference we're doing here. Also, what we want to do is if control item, let me just do so what we want to do is we want this one in here. Nah, I need that because if it's pause, I want to do something about it. So we have control item, title for a segment at control segment index. So we get that lowercase, and then we initiate our enum, and then we can switch it. Else, oh, actually we can just use a chordlet. Else just early return. It's the same. Like so, and at least we can use now the control item. We can also let us know in a console that couldn't, well actually, couldn't initiate or instantiate. Exercise kind from title. So we have all the information we need to know, lowercase. We don't have this information. Let's just do it like this. Okay, so then here we are creating the correct request, and we can say, let's do it in logic. Let's do function that takes care of it. Right here, I'll surely have it up there. Let's have it. Set up data. Let's have it here. Private func disable name field. Name text field is enabled. Wait a second. This name text field, Neu text field, it's from UI view. That's why we don't have access to it from outside like that. So then let's just say disable from here. And what it does is it actually empties out name text field and says is enabled false. We could also say pause and have the color be light gray. And enable does nothing but simply set this one to true. Oh, and this one to empty. I think that makes sense. Oh, and this one basically back to whatever it was. What was it? I think custom white, right? Enable. So it's not pure white. So we say disable. In private func enable. So I was shortly thinking about whether or not we need this additional abstraction, like this function, if we just call one thing. And we could have just said, okay, let's just, you know, based on pause. Why is it? Oh, this is the control item. Switch based on control item. If it's exercise, then say note, then say enable name field. If it's pause, say disable. So we could also just put this into here and not have another function. And later, but the thing is why I put it here, or I thought about putting it inside another function, is that later on if we want to do more than just disabling this text field, but you know, do more, I can do more in this function without having to adjust wherever I implement the logic to handle it, which is this one here. So I abstracted it away. Let's see if it works. Let's check it out. Right now I'm missing a little bit the pizza. Monday workout. Save it. Oh, what I missed is we also need to add sound. This will just iOS. This will also require us to search for sound and see what sound we want to add. So push-ups. Say we're doing 1 minute of push-ups. Okay, exercise. But if we now say, okay, I can charge it now. Like this. There we go. If we now say pause, it says pause. We save it. Still says push-ups though. Of course it says push-up. We don't care about it actually. I mean, we could call this make pause. Because this one, obviously, it will later on be a cell that says pause. So that's why we don't care about the name, but the name will still be in the database. And once we change it back to exercise and just save it, it will be able to save it as push-ups, although it should not. It should actually have it like this. Okay, Muhammad, hey Martin, it's been a while, I missed your streams. Hey, thank you, yes, it has been a week at least. I know. I'm happy to be back too. I'm happy to continue the side project as well. Glad to see you around, guys. If you have anything on your mind you want to share, just let me know. I also have to charge my mouse at some point. My mouse. Low battery, 12%. Now, disabling the name field, which should also mean that we want to say the create. We don't know what we are at, so actually we know that we are at pause always here. Update, exercise request, title, nothing. Create exercise request, title, nothing. Exactly. And that should prevent us from creating, let's see. There's another edge case I'll have to handle, because now we cannot even create a pause probably. So we have push-ups for 25 seconds. Save. Works. Let's edit it to pause. Save. No name. Why are we able to save no name? We shouldn't. And then also back here we have, that means once we are setting up, if it's added, set up data, whoops, name text field, set name model title. I wonder when we go to the save action, where's our save? On save, this one. Create, edit, update exercise. Here, we're basically just doing it without validating. What happens if we create? Create is validating it, isn't it? It's not. So this request right here, we're not validating, it's not empty, and we're not doing it here either, which we should. Is it one of the things we have missed? Validate input data before persisting? No. Yeah, basically it is. Okay, so what we want to do is say is valid. Func is valid. We want to define in here what it means that this data is valid. Now, if, for example, create exercise request, this cannot be not filled in, so we don't have to check that since it's not an optional, but title could be empty, right? So if title is empty, return false. Only return, right away invalid. You can right away say invalid. But what I also like to do is we can even improve it by say create exercise error. How do we want to call it? Validation error. Case title is empty. For example, then what we can do is we can have a result saying either bool, we don't care about it, or validation error. And then we can say return failure, title is empty. And then we know in the front end what's happening. We can put say a modal, let people know what went wrong. If minute equals 0 and second equals 0, then return failure and then say time cannot be 0. Time cannot be 0, like so. And exercise, that's basically it. So else we say return success, true, or whatever. probably we can even say void. Not sure about that. Because we just need to know if it's a success or not what kind of value we have in there. What we can do now is, before we create, you know how when you type things in Xcode and it auto-completes it with all the parameters inside too? Do you know what that feature is called? I want to see if I can find it in other editors. Auto-completes it with all the parameters inside too. Oh, you mean like when you say with this kind of auto-completion? Or an auto-completion like this, where you have these placeholders. I don't know, I think it's just called auto-completion. I don't know if there's even a more specific name to it. If so, and if you find it out, let me know. That would be actually interesting. I don't feel like there is. Never came across something like that, but I also didn't pay too close attention whether there is a distinction. What I wanted to do now is, when we are hitting create, right, on save down here, when we are creating an exercise, before we do so, validate exercise request before persisting. I even made this. I should have done like to do like this, because when you do to do like this, it's easier if you do that throughout the whole project. Just search for to do, and then you find all the things that are still to be implemented by you. Now, let's see, we want to have also a, let's say, alert manager. And alert manager, yeah, I think you're right. Kennel DOS or DOS Gamers. Mohammed, if I understood your question right, I think you're trying to find the code snippets. I think VS Code lets you make custom snippets. Yeah, right, there are code snippets. Good, that's a good thought. I didn't think of it at all. Alert manager. And here what we can do is static func, say confirm error on VC view controller, message string, like so. And what we can do is UI alert. Title, string, preferred style. Alert action. Actually, it's this. We have let's see. We have the title, can be nil. Style applied to, oh yeah, alert action should say okay. And the handler does nothing either. It just says okay. But what we want is, this is the okay action. Okay action. We want the alert VC UI alert controller. With the title, we don't need a title, but the message is going to be message. Preferred style is alert, and then we can say alert controller add action, okay action, and then we can say VC present alert controller true and no completion. Now, what this one does for us is,
fucking hate you.
What? Did you catch something for me that you didn't catch?
It's so annoying.
It's always like that. How do you manage it? What is it?
I got your shiny sneaker.
Really? Really? Ooh, look at this. It's pink.
Trey,
No.
It's pink.
she's so salty.
It looks so good.
She's so salty.
Uh,
She's like, why does he always get on against
It
that?
looks fucking amazing.
yeah, right?
Last time I got you the grimer.
You got me the Hawaiian grammar?
The Alolan go right.
Yeah, remember?
The colorful one.
Yeah, I remember the grammar. I didn't remember she got it.
I get all the normal things.
They're actually in rage right now,
At least this one looks like really different.
though. Huh?
At least this one looks really
Yeah, I
different.
know.
Like the
Really,
right.
like, puffed up with, with all these stars.
That's so awesome.
Hello, you.
Gotta keep it. A keeper. Okay.
You didn't announce your stream.
Yeah, because he just I ate and then you went out for the raid. I can let people know now.
I thought you were gonna do it when you're biking.
Yeah, but then I thought I was gonna do it at home because I was waiting so long and I was hungry. Pizza was getting cold already. I think it's fine. We are the usual squad is on the stream anyway, so I think yes it does. But I'm not very familiar with VS, so I don't know how to help you with that. But you can definitely do code snippets there. That sounds promising. Here, what we want to do is we want to say, first of all, we want to make sure the request is there, right? So if the request is there, then we can say request is valid, guard let, basically just guard. It has to be valid, else we are gonna early return, and before we do that, we are going to say alert manager, confirm the error on ourselves, and then the message is gonna be, oh yeah, this one, want to do it like this, switch is valid, case success, well basically do nothing, case failure, we want to have the error, and then we can say alert manager confirm error on this one, and then error dot description, not local description, because I want to use a custom here, say bar description string, and then that one returns self raw value, and that also means that this one has to be conforming to string, and then we can return the raw value, and then we see title is empty, time cannot be 0 right here, and early return over there. Now let's test it. Angel, hello Martin, hi chat. Hey Angel, that's so cool that everybody finds the chat, although I didn't announce it on Instagram, or it finds the stream. So how's everybody doing? We haven't seen each other for a week by now. Let's see, we are doing save, title is empty. Oh yeah, we have title's empty, that's fine. Push-ups, save, time cannot be 0, alright. Let's do 5 seconds, save, now it works. If we go to pause, save, works as well. And it doesn't have a title. Oh yeah, it doesn't have, we didn't validate for update yet, which means we want to do the same for update exercise right there. Like so. And we don't have update exercise yet that is validating it. It's quite the same. So let's see if we can create a protocol for it. Where do we have? For exercise we don't have a group for protocols yet. So let's do that. I don't want to write the same thing twice. And that's why we say exercise validatable. Exercise validatable. Protocol exercise validatable. Like so, and then we are extending and say is valid. That's gonna be interesting. Do we, if I want to say create, god damn it, here in the enum, whether this one is actually possible to be, you know, defined here, and then we can just use all of that over here. And protocol station for exercise validatable. Oh, whoops. Validation, so this one whole thing maybe can be here. I don't know. And then we also have to define the title. Oh, that's a pity. Well then, we can, we can define it here, that's for sure. We will have to define these things at the least. It's not unresolved anymore, any of it. So we have everything in here. Exercise validation error should be this one now, because now we don't have the namespace anymore of exercise, like here. And what we can do is we can remove all of that and just say exercise validatable. Should still work, and now we can use the same thing for also update and don't have to write it. Exercise validatable, run, and our code should work everywhere. So if I type in for and then press Control space, it gives me the different for loops, and then when I choose on it, autofills it. Jake! Hey Martin! Hey Jake! Welcome to the stream. Hey, we're so many. We are about to crack 10 in numbers. What are you up to? What's new? We can add it. We can go in here. And now let's test if we can validate titles empty. This is for create. So push-ups. Time cannot be 0. All right. Seconds, save. Now create is validating correctly. Update, let's say we go to 0. Update is now also validating. Save. Title is empty. So this is something for update we have to take or consider or take into consideration. I'm working on my habit tracking app called Quotidian. Quotidian? I just saw a habit tracking app recently. Oh no, I didn't see a habit tracking app, did I? I just watched yesterday on Shark Tank. There was someone who wanted to have like an electroshocker for habit creation. I like the idea. How's it going with the habit creation? And how did you come up with this name, Quotidian? Don't you think it could be a little bit difficult to remember or spell? Quotidian.
Hey!
Quotidian. Okay. We have... Let me disable the... Oh yeah, update exercise. So that's fine, it should be empty. What we want to do is for update and that the validation
Is it just from like before?
is empty and yeah, the kind. God damn it. Create exercise model kind. So we want to have this one specified here now too. And if kind is not, or actually is exercise. Only if it's empty and it's exercise, then title is empty and it fails. But if it's empty and it's not exercise, basically pause. Then it should work. It's just what I have for development at the moment. By definition, it means on a daily basis. Alright. Is it Latin? And it's going fairly well. I'm just polishing up the MVP and I will hopefully submit it to the App Store fairly soon. Fairly soon? What do you think? What's the estimation of it? Will it be before I release my app? Let's see who is releasing their app first. Is it my fitness app or is it your habit tracking app or habit creation app? It's habit tracking. And by that also probably habit creating. So let's see, we are going into workout, add, and we just want to check exactly. So if we say push-ups, save, time cannot be 0, that's fine. We want to do some, maybe we want to introduce like translations, so these keys, error cases are translated into proper sentences for the human beings using the app. Now when we go to pause, we want to save it and are able to save it. If we go to exercise, save it, title is empty, not allowed. Pause is allowed. But we want this one to be pre-populated with pause when it is actually pause. So that means wherever we are setting up data, let's see where we do that. Set up data here with the model title. That, however, only based on, so switch model kind case, god damn it, case exercise, then yes, we know there is a title. However, if it's case pause, then we're gonna use pause. Yep, looks good to me. I just have to work on editing a habit and changing notification requests based on edits, and then it should be done. So hopefully in around 2-ish weeks. How long are you working on it on a daily basis? 2 weeks sounds good, so that means in like this month. I wonder how many hours you spend on a per day basis on it. So let's save exercise. Now let's edit it to pause, save it. It says nothing here, but when we edit it, it's pre-populated with pause. But this is not disabled, although it's pause, and we want it to be disabled. So that also means name, text field. Oh, 1 second. If it's pause, it disable, it says it already, so we don't have to do that. Okay, that should take care of it. Because it's not only disabling it, but also setting up all the... Well, I'm still in high school and I'm working, so I try and spend my weekends on it, and after school I have time. Yeah, sounds like a good hobby. But it sounds like you're spending a good amount, at least 7 hours a week probably, on the project. That sounds good. to me. Now push-ups. Let's see if we have the validation in now. Pause, save, edit. We have pause, it's disabled, we cannot do anything about it, but when we go to exercise we can actually say pull-ups again. And whatever, save. Okay, awesome. That means we have disable, ignore empty title. Yes, we have that. Back button, confirm message in case we don't have that, but we have also validation. There's one thing left. Do we want to do that? I don't think it's necessary. If we change something and someone just doesn't save it, say, oh, I'm just gonna call it legs down, hold, and it's gonna be 1 minute and 15 seconds, and then, damn it, I didn't save it. It's not too much work to actually go back and, you know, do it again. But do we want, because we have an update stuff, right? Yeah, we would have to keep track of the update. We would have to have yet another request, or basically the current model, the current exercise model, compare it to the update and see whether or not there are differences. But I think in setup data we're actually getting everything from the model, so we don't know if there's anything different. Oh, we do. That's the initial thing. Right? Let's keep it like that. Let's keep it simple. So let's keep it without that one. It doesn't break the app. So create exercise screen is done. That's the definition by like going for the MVP. If it doesn't break the app, or the app actually still has its feature in its core and it works, that's MVP. So you can actually kick it out for the first version, whatever the feature was you were contemplating about. Pause cell. Let's do the pause cell then. Should be looking like this. Just time and, well, actually no, look like this. Just title and time, similar to this one. Without them shadows. And before we do that, we should go here and commit our state. Validate exercise input, handle pause type for exercise. So like that. Let's see how fast we can do the pause cell, because I would like to stream just 50 more minutes, so we are 1 hour in. Let's see if we can do the pause cell within that time. We are at exercise. Makes sense. We have the view exercise cell and we want a pause cell. Import UI kit. Final class pause cell. And this should have, if you look at this one, very similarly, title label and minute and second label. What is the container used for? Oh yeah, to have all of that, and then probably title label, yeah. This one is container view. But container view is, oh, that's why we use it. It's just a UI view with the shadows. Alright, so we have everything the same. We have actually almost everything the same. I mean, I could copy and paste the whole thing here, but I feel like there's a way to reuse that stuff. Say on initiation, or actually no, not on initiation. How do you know? So let's say UI view, this is UI view instead. Everything stays the same, as well as here. And then we also have this one is gonna be set model. Title is not. Yeah, this one just says pause. And then we have that, and it should not be red. I'm not sure if I'm saying it here. Custom white. Exactly, the labels are having their color defined here somewhere. Debug, there we go, custom red. I don't want this. Postfix label. This is light and blue. What is our design? Light and blue, but this is white. So that means let's put it like this. Because we're using it here. Oh no, we have it capital everywhere. So we actually don't need that one anymore, I think. Let's remove this and see what breaks and fix it everywhere. We don't need the display, we don't need it here. We don't need it there. It's always uppercase. Basically like this. What else? Capital. Capital. Same here, and then no need for arguments. Done. Workout cell. So one day work out. Save it. Go to next down hold. Minutes, seconds, capital, minutes, exercises, capital. Great. Why does it say holds? Alright. Reduce a little bit of code. Now back to our pause cell, where we want this one to be able to specify the color. So color, UI color, and default is custom red. We can say private var or let even. text or time color is UI color. Let's call it time color instead. And then we can say time color is like this. As default is custom red, and then we can say that this is time color, and that's it. Now we don't have to specify it where we don't want it, except where we actually want it, which is here. Time color is gonna be custom white, like so, which means this should still be red. Should still be red for workout and exercises. Oh yeah, have you specified that we need a create app logo? Exactly. Create app logo, export and generate. Yeah, we need to do that too. So 20-minute workout and adding pull-ups. Save. It's red. It's red. And when we say this is the pause cell and it's custom white, and we want the UI view to be everything, it should not take up as much space, should it? Maybe it should. Maybe it should set pause capital. And also maybe it should not be, where's title? Why did we say name label here? It should be consistent. Font should be, can we go for light? Nope. Just for bold. Oh, there we go. Weight, light. Let's see. That's pause. If you go to exercise list, if we are dequeuing our cell, we have two different cells. Which means we will have an iflet here, because if it's casted into an exercise cell, we want to return that. If it's casted into an pause cell, we want to, is there any difference though? Not really. Return cell, which should never be reached. Let's also register just our pause cell, like so, and let's have a look. It's also the first time that I'm using two different cells in one table view. So let's see how it works out. 20-minute workout has how do you call it if you jump ropes? So skips. So we say 45 seconds of skips is an exercise. Hey, it's an exercise. What the frick? Oh, because we can cast it into that maybe as well. Wait a second. How's that done? It's a pause cell. it should know what kind of cell it is. So it's returning, it should actually return here already. I mean, the pause looks good so far. Maybe the title is a little bit too large. But if we add another one, that's actually pause, right? For 10 seconds. Now we have an exercise and pause, but both is interpreted as what if its identifier cannot be the same? Maybe it cannot. So exercise ID, pause ID. So then what we can do is probably if this one exercise, so size ID, if say exercise cell as exercise cell, well, that's a long if-let. Then we want to do all of that. This one's gonna be pause cell and pause ID. Else we are just gonna return table a fresh UI table you sell, although it shouldn't happen. Harshal, happy holiday, holy. Oh, is it holy? Was today Holy Festival? And welcome to the stream, Harshal. Let's see if that was the issue. Because again, I'm working for the first time and have to figure out how it works. But it does make sense to me. Push-ups for 45 seconds. It's an exercise. There we go. And then we want to have a pause of 10 seconds. God damn it. What is that? God damn it. I think it really has to be actually, let's say we have the cell. It has to be based on the kind. So DQ reusable self identifier. Just say cell ID. Or even say switch, say we are using this model up here already, and then say switch model case, whoops, kind case exercise. Here, in that case, we want to do all of that. Decrease usable self identifier for index path. Say exercise ID, and then exercise cell is cell as exercise cell, else return the cell, and then here basically doing all of that. and then we have case pause. We only want to cast it to what we want or need in case it's what we think it is. Because right now we are returning exercise cell. It shouldn't be possible. So I think it's either of them. 20-minute workout. Push-ups for 45 seconds. Exercise. And pause for 10 seconds. There we go. And then we say skips for 45 seconds. Nice, look at this, it works. And actually 15 minutes just passed by, so we just managed to implement it. So we have push-ups, pause for 10 seconds, skips 45 seconds, and then we can continue. And it looks very similar to our design here, although we want to have pause maybe with a little bit less spacing, which we can probably achieve pretty quick, since the container view is the one I think giving the space, top 15 and whatnot. So that can maybe be reduced to 5 for top and bottom. And that's gonna be it for today. Oh yeah, we can also check this one off, say pause cell, done. And I think one of the next screens, running exercise view, is gonna be that running workout screen. Why do I have it twice? It should actually be, oh, it's the view itself. So that is going to be our next. Oh no, we have to fix one thing. I remember, when we add the workout, it doesn't say the correct minutes in exercise. This is a logic we have to implement as well. But so far, skips and pause. Let's say pause for 10 seconds works. And then, what is it? Scissor raises. 45 seconds. That looks better. I think it could have even more spacing, but it looks better already. Good night, Martin. Good night, Jake. And thanks for hanging out. And have fun continuing working on your side project as well. I'm curious, when it's out, let me know. I'll definitely download it and have a look. It's me. What up, everybody? I have very little experience with coding, just some Python, and this all looks foreign to me, but it's pretty cool, interesting to watch. Hey, thank you so much. What a pity that we're just ending the stream for today, but there's gonna be a stream every day for at least an hour, just like today. So if you want to continue joining, you are super welcome to do so, and then also just, yeah, engage with me and everybody else in the chat to ask questions or whatever is on your mind. I'll commit it. Angel, have a great night too. Thank you so much. I will commit my code and we are seeing us tomorrow probably. I will see, because on Wednesday we're flying back from LA and we'll have to return the monitor, so we will see whether or not I will have the monitor. But I'll keep you posted on Instagram. Now, have a great night, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and see you in the next stream.